Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're doing great wherever you may be. To be honest, today's a bit hard for me. I almost didn't make a video today because I'm starting to feel the isolation and the staying home constantly. So I'm not somebody that goes out very often, to be honest, but I haven't left my house in I think 17 days. And no one's coming to see me either. My only interactions are online, and I don't have very good internet at my home, so like live streaming or Zoom classes, I don't have the internet for that. So yeah, so basically chatting with people online and trying to stay cheerful and active with my daughters and my dogs who are here with me at home. So the practice will be on self-care and detoxification. I had a request from a really dear student to do a practice to work on throat chakra energy, Vishuddhi chakra, and that's the energy center located here in your throat. So we'll do that today in the hopes of practicing some self-care and letting go of some of the toxins that may be building up from this experience. The practice will include asanas such as Ustrasana, camel, and salamba sarvangasana, which is supported shoulder stand. So if you have a neck problem, I ask that you practice really consciously, paying very close attention to how the practice feels in your neck and shoulders. And if anything is not suitable, the great thing about a video is you can skip over it, but I will try to offer as many variations and substitutions as possible. I myself personally have a neck problem, and I don't do any weight bearing in my cervical spine, so postures like Shirshasana are not in my practice. But I do practice sarvangasana, salamba sarvangasana, occasionally, and I find that regularly stretching my neck helps to reduce the amount of pain and headaches that I experience. So for the practice today, you'll need 2 blocks, a strap, and 2 blankets. Now maybe you're like, I don't have any of that. Don't worry, if you don't have the props, I'll try to give some options on how to substitute without the props. But if you are going to practice salamba sarvangasana, using blankets under your shoulders can help to keep your neck safe. So let's begin. If you take virasana or seated hero posture on a block. So if virasana doesn't feel good in your body, in your knees, hips, or ankles, take any comfortable seat that does. And we'll start the practice with a mudra or gesture called apana mudra. And this is to work with a downward and outward movement of energy. Apana mudra is going to help to detox your system and move things down. So it's not suitable for pregnant women, and but it is suitable if you are menstruating. So, but men can practice it too. You don't have to be in either of those categories. So to do Apana mudra, you're going to take your middle finger and your ring finger and touch your thumbs. Middle, ring, touch your thumbs. And then put the backs of your hands to your thighs. Send energy into the tips of your first and little fingers. Close your eyes and take a slow breath out. Breathe in through your nose. Now breathe really slowly out through your nose. Focus on lengthening your exhale to help support the release of toxins. And toxins don't have to be on a physical level. This could be mental or emotional toxins that have been building up over the last few weeks of isolation. Apply gentle pressure at your finger and thumb tips. And focus your awareness at the point where your fingers touch your thumb. Breathe slowly in. Slowly out. Inhale. down, soften at your jaws, soften into your hips. Feel energy move down and out. Any stress or tension, disease. Exhale and move it out of your system. Inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Now release your hands and turn your palms down. As we start to move through the postures of the practice, you want to focus on keeping your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Breathe through your nose. Inhale, open your eyes. From here, come and lay on your back with your strap nearby. And again, if you don't have the strap, that's okay. You can always substitute with a belt or a scarf, or not use the strap at all, but the strap will be helpful in getting a deeper hamstring stretch than without. So coming onto your back, we'll start an Uppanasana wind relieving pose. Bring your right knee to your chest and press your left leg straight on the mat. Take a slow breath in through your nose as you squeeze your right knee towards your right shoulder. Inhale slowly. Exhale slower. Inhale slowly. And exhale slower. Now find your strap and put it on the ball of your right foot. So again, you have a heel, an arch, and the ball of your foot. Part of practicing yoga is paying close attention to details, so that you can find out what's really going on. So put the strap on the ball of your foot and hold it with your right hand. Pull your toes towards your knees as you push your heel to the ceiling, and then place your left hand to your left thigh and squeeze both legs straight. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more slow cycle here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now bend your left knee, put your foot to the mat, and turn your right leg out. Put your right ankle to your left thigh. Hold the back of your left leg and keep the back of your hips on the floor as you gently press your left knee in. Turn your right thigh out and make your face softer. Inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Put your left foot to the mat. Stretch your right leg out and come to Uppanasana, wind relieving pose on the left side. Hug your left knee close as you squeeze your whole right leg and press your right thigh to the mat. Relax your face and breathe slowly through your nose. Inhale here. Slow exhale here. Placing the strap on the ball of your left foot, stretch your left leg out. Hold the strap with your left hand, put your right hand to your thigh, pull your toes towards your knees and press your heels away. Breathe in. Breathe slowly out. Squeeze your legs exhale. Bend your right knee. Take your left ankle to your right thigh. Then hold the back of your right thigh, press it in. Keep the back of your hips on the mat and return to really slow cycles of breath through your nose. Slowly breathe in. Slowly breathe out. One more cycle of breath here. And then put your right foot down, put your left foot down. Bring both knees to your chest now. Stretch your legs straight up and bring your arms alongside your body. Lift your upper body. We're going to press our legs down to sit upright. So press your legs to the floor and lift your body up. Starting in Dandasana, staff pose. One of my favorite seated postures. One that I think people just skip right past as quickly as possible, but I actually really love this pose. So get your bottom to move back a bit, and then strongly press your legs to the floor. And as you press your legs to the floor, feel the energy lift and rise through your spine. Broaden your chest and put your hands by your hips. Pull your shoulders back as you squeeze your legs to the mat. And breathe in. Breathe slowly out. Keep pressing your legs down and interlace your hands together. Baddha Angulyasana, bound finger pose. Press your palms forward, press your palms up. Press down into your legs like crazy as you move your biceps in line with your ears. Then pull your lower rib cage down and your waist in as you stretch your shoulders. Relax and soften your jaw. So this posture can be made a little bit more supported by sitting on a blanket. So if you've got tight hamstrings, tight low back, tight hips, sitting on the blanket can make this a bit more accessible. Exhale, lower your hands. Take a look at your fingers and change the finger that's crossed on top. Then again, press down through your legs, press forward through your hands, and stretch your arms up. Pull your ribs down and stretch your upper arm. Relax your jaw. Breathe slowly in. And breathe slowly out. Exhale, lower your hands. Coming to your knees, we're going to do Parigasana gate pose. So as always, if you've got sensitive knees, practice with a blanket or an extra mat nearby. There's no need to cause unnecessary strain or stress to your body. So, for Parigasana gate pose, if you stand on your knees, stretch your right leg out and line up your right heel with your left knee. Put your left hip over your left knee. Press your toes towards the floor and pull your knees up. With your right hand to your right thigh, inhale, raise your left arm. Now exhale, push your hips to the left as you slide your upper body to the right. And just keep going. Move your hips left. You're looking for big stretch on your right inner thigh and along the left side of your body. Keep going. Relax your jaw and smooth out your breath. Inhale slow. And exhale slow. Inhale, come up. Press your right foot down. Take your left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm left. Squeeze your bottom, squeeze your legs. Reach into your top fingers. Take a breath. And then inhale, come back to stand. Changing legs, standing on your right knee, stretch your left leg out. Check that your right hip is over your right knee and line up your left ankle with your right knee. Squeeze your whole left leg. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, push your hips right and slide to the left. Keep squeezing into your legs and arms. Continue to move your hips right. Relax and soften your jaw. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come up. Put your right hand down, press into your left toes, reach your left arm right. Extend from your left toes to your left fingers and look up, open your chest. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Inhale, come back up. From here, come to hands and knees. We're going to go into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svangasana. With your hands a little wider than your shoulders, spread your fingers. Move your knees under your hips, tuck your toes. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other and tighten up your waist. Pick your knees up. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips high, so put on really high heels and pull your butt up in the air. Then press your chest back and move the mat forward. Squeeze your knees and raise your bottom. As you exhale, start to stretch your heels towards the floor, but don't lose the height of your hips. Don't worry about keeping your knees straight. Focus on getting overall length through your spine. Now pull your chin towards your chest and put a little pressure at your throat. So our practice today is again working to let go of and detoxify energy. And one of the centers that we have to do that with in our body, not just physical body, but energy body, is at the throat. So put a little pressure at your throat. Look towards your belly button, squeeze your throat. Bring your right knee to your chest and kick your heel to your butt. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Hold your knee in towards your chest. Exhale, raise your bottom. Keep kicking your heel to your butt. Work and contract your hamstrings here, so it's a bent knee shape. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, press your chest back. Keep squeezing your right leg. Inhale, forward to plank. And this time, step your right foot up to the front of the mat. Take your time and make sure you get your foot all the way to the front of the mat. Don't stop halfway. Now from here, turn your left foot down and line up the arch of your left foot with the heel of your right. We're going to Utthita Trikonasana. Take your right hand to your right shin, straighten your right leg, turn your chest up. Press your left thigh back as you swing your right butt cheek under. Then stretch your left arm up and look up. Lift your chin a little bit so you feel that your throat is fairly open. If you're familiar with Ujjayi pranayama, you can use that throughout the practice, as Ujjayi also stimulates your throat energy center. And Ujjayi will help to slow your breathing down, which again will help to detoxify all of your systems. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Now bend your right knee and take your left hand to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Take a breath here. Take your left heel to your bottom. Contract the back of your left leg. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring your knee to your chest. Exhale, take your chest back. Keep squeezing, heel to butt. Inhale, come forward to a plank.
Exhale, press your chest back. One more time. Inhale, forward to plank. And step your left foot to the front. Again, get it all the way up to the front of the mat. Spin your right heel down, line up heel to arch with the left. Put your left hand to your left shin. Open your chest as you straighten your leg. Press your right thigh back. Swing your left buttock under your body. Now raise your right arm and look to your right thumb. Lift your chin a bit to keep your throat open and return to your slow Ujjayi breathing. Squeeze your legs and push your hips to the right. Exhale, bend your left knee. Take your right hand to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Pull your bottom up and push forward with your hands. Smooth your breath rate. We're going to do a fallen variation of triangle. This is a lovely way to stretch and open the front of the body. Kick your right heel to your butt. Contract your hamstring. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, heel the butt. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, heel the butt. Inhale, forward to plank, and again, step your right foot up to the front. Get it all the way up there. Oops, rewind. I said fallen triangle, didn't I? Okay, here we go. And now you see my lack of editing skills. So here we go. Knee to chest. Now turn to the left and step your right foot near your left hand. Spin the sole of your left foot to the mat. Turn left. Raise your left arm. Push up. Breathe. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Step back to downward dog. Take a breath here. Kick your left heel to your butt, squeeze it in. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, press it back. Last one. Inhale, forward plank, and step your left foot to the front. Ah, I did it again. Oh, goodness. Okay, back it up, heel the butt. Here we go, fallen triangle. Knee to chest, turn to the right. Step your left foot in line with your right hand. Turn your right foot down. Inhale, raise your right arm. Reach and look up. Breathe. Bring your right hand to the floor. Step back, downward dog. Few slow cycles of Ujjayi here. Stimulate your throat. Focus on a long exhale to get rid of what you don't need anymore. Breathe out, stress, tension. Long exhale. Bring your knees to the mat. We're going to do Ustrasana, camel pose now. Camel pose is a really good back bend to help stimulate the energy of your throat. So again, if you need extra padding for your knees, find your blanket or your extra mat. And we'll build in intensity for this one. So with your knees hip distance, take your hands to the back of your hips with your fingers pointing upwards. Press the tops of your feet down and look down. Now push your hips forward as you press the tops of your feet to the floor. Pull your chin in and lift your chest. Pull the sides of your waist in and back so you've got big core strength here. Now pull your chin in, chin in, chin in, and then lift your chin and look back. Stretch and open your throat. Inhale, come up, let your head be the last thing, and then exhale, have a seat on your heels and breathe. Round 2, Ustrasana. Standing on your knees. Again, take your hands to the back of your hips, press your feet down, push your hips forward and pull your chin into your chest. Now tighten up your waist, sides of your waist in and back. You put the weightlifter belt on. Lift your heart higher and pull your chin in. Put some stress here at your throat. Again, we're looking to stimulate your throat. Now lift your chin and look back and stretch your throat. Actively pull your chin back. Press with your feet, strong legs here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, put your hands to your thighs. Smooth out your energy with some slow exhales. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's do Ustrasana one more time. Again, coming to stand on your knees. Put your hands to the back of your hips with your fingers pointing up and press the tops of your feet down. Pull your chin in, squeeze your throat, squeeze your butt and take your hips forward. Press the outer edge of your little toes down a lot. Pull your waist in, puff up your chest as you pull your throat in. Take your hands to the back of your knees. Pull your inner thigh wide. Lift your heart more. Inhale, come up, let your head be last. Exhale, have a seat. Breathe. For our next posture, you'll need 2 blocks. You could also try rolling up a blanket if you have anything block-like. And the other option is to relax on your back or skip forward to the next posture. So we're going to use the blocks to open up the energy of the upper chest and the shoulders. So if you start with your 2 blocks like this. And this edge of the block is going to go into my upper back. I'm going to use the second block to support my head. You can have your legs in any position that's comfortable. So place in the blocks in your upper back. So that means above breast line a little bit. And make sure that your head is on the block. Then raise your arms straight up with your palms facing away from you. As you inhale, reach your fingertips to the ceiling. And then exhale, pull your shoulders down and squeeze those blocks between your shoulder blades. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the blocks. Up. And squeeze. Keep your elbows straight for this one. Up. And squeeze. Now keep squeezing, go just a little bit back, just a little bit, not all the way. And a little bit forward. And you're going to keep squeezing the block between your shoulders. A little bit back. A little bit forward. Squeeze the block. To the back. bend your elbows out to the sides, and then reach for the ceiling. And out to the sides, give it a squeeze, and to the ceiling. Elbows to the sides and squeeze. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, elbows wide and squeeze. And now rest the back of your hands to the mat. Roll your shoulder out so that the front of your chest expands. And again, you want to keep your throat nice and open. Take a few cycles of Ujjayi here. Use Ujjayi to stimulate your throat energy and to slow your breath rate so that on exhale, you can release more toxins, bad feelings, strong emotions. Use a really slow exhale to let go. Now turn the palms of your hands to the floor and use your arms to support you. Come on back up. Take the blocks away this time, and we're going to come to Supta Baddha Konasana. So if your knees are really high in this posture, it's going to feel more relaxing if you can put some support under your thighs. So if you start with the soles of your feet together, in Baddha Konasana, looks kind of like a butterfly shape, and let your legs flop out. So if you find out you're somebody whose knees end up really high, you can put blankets, pillows, blocks, anything under your shins and legs so that they can relax heavily on the floor, on the support. Scoot your tailbone towards your knees and come to lay on your back. Turn the palms of your hands up again, broaden across your chest, let your legs drop out. Return to really slow Ujjayi Pranayama. Breathe in. And breathe slowly out. If you would like to increase the stretch at your chest and shoulders, wiggle your body down towards your heels and reach for your ankles from the underside, so that you begin to take your shoulders under your body. Press your outer shoulder to the floor and puff up your chest. You're going to start to feel a little bit of pressure at your throat. We want that. Lift your chest to your throat. Look at the ceiling and squeeze your outer shoulders to the floor. Get into your upper back, chest area. Slow breath. And soften the shin. Bring your knees together and you're going to come onto your tummy now. So if you were using props for support, move those to the side and come to lay on your abdomen. We're going to do Ardha Vaikasana to stretch thighs. So starting with your legs together, bend your right knee and hold the arch of your right foot. So your palm faces out and your thumb up. Now pull your heel towards your bottom. Turn your shoulder in, turn your elbow up, turn your fingers towards your toes, and then turn your chest to the front. Press the floor away and push your right knee back. Now breathe here. And you're looking for the stretch on your right thigh. So you go knee back, top of your right thigh to the floor. Breathe. Gently release your right foot. Bring your legs together and bend your left knee. Hold the arch of your left foot. Pull your heel towards you. Turn your shoulder in. Turn your elbow up.
Turn your fingers forward. Turn your chest to the front and push the floor away. Now press your left knee back and the top of your left thigh to the mat. And breathe here. Release your left foot. Coming onto your back again. And we're going to practice a variation of Setu Bandha or bridge pose. So take your feet under your knees. You're going to put your hands to the back of your hips with your fingertips pointing towards your head. This is going to stretch your wrists. So maybe your wrists don't want that deep of a stretch, that's okay, and you can hold the sides of your hips instead. So from here, with your elbows to the mat, press your outer shoulder to the mat, get your chest to lift first. Again, we're trying to get pressure here at the throat. So if you don't get the lift of your chest in Setu Bandha, you're going to miss some of the benefits of it. And when I teach Setu Bandha in class, I teach it like this, and I often see students just lift hips immediately. But then you're missing one of the key benefits, which is the upper chest and throat area. So stay with me, don't rush it, okay? Start with your elbows on the mat and point your fingers up. Roll your outer shoulder to the mat. Notice what happened to your body. Your chest lifted and you're starting to get a little pressure at your throat. Now lift your hips and put your hands to the back of your hips with your fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Again, if this is too much of a wrist stretch today, you can hold the sides of your hips. Now let the weight of your hips drop into your hands. Roll your outer shoulder to the mat and squeeze your butt. Take your chest towards your face. Breathe with the Ujjayi here to add further stimulation of throat energy center. Squeeze your butt and press your chest to your face. Release your hands and exhale slowly, slowly, slowly to your back. Now take a breath and relax here for a moment. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. And I just really, really encourage you, not only with this video, but every time that you practice yoga, slow it down and pay attention. Fast doesn't mean it's harder. Actually, you slow down, you pay attention to what's happening in your body. It's a completely different yoga experience. So let's try again. And I invite you to really dive deep into what this feels like in your body. Where is the energy moving in your body? Where is energy sleeping in your body? Where do I want the energy to go? All of that takes a little bit of time, so take your time with it. Again, bring your ankles under your knees. Bend your elbows. Keep your hips on the floor. Remember, it's about the throat today. Point your fingers up. Roll your outer shoulder to the mat. Puff up your chest. Notice that. Outer shoulder to the mat. Puff up your chest. And do that a few times till you really feel you got a big lift there. Now press into your feet and lift your hips. Squeeze your butt. Take your hands to the back of your hips. Either point your fingers towards your head or hold the sides of your hips. Now push your chest into your face. Look at the ceiling. Press outer shoulders to the floor and push your chest towards your face by using the strength of your legs. Breathe. Exhale, release your hands, bring your back to the mat. Breathe here. Extend your exhale and let go of what's no longer helping you. Let go of the tension
Any emotional, mental, or physical stress you're experiencing, breathe it out. Let's do Setu Bandha one more time. So with your ankles under your knees, point your fingers to the ceiling, squeeze your outer shoulder to the mat, and get your chest to lift. Lift your hips now, squeeze your butt, take your hands to the back of your hips, point your fingers towards your head, or hold the sides of your hips, and guide your chest into your face until you get that pressure at your throat. Squeeze and lift. Exhale, slowly, slowly down. Relax. Breathe. From here, turn to your right side and come on up to sit. We're going to practice Yoga Mudra, which is a posture I learned while I was studying with Kripalu School of Yoga. And this is again going to stretch the back of your neck and put pressure at your throat. And we've done it recently in one of the videos this week. So again, if you have neck problems, shoulder problems, be really gentle and slow with it. So if you start in Vajrasana, which is thunderbolt pose, bring your shins together, bring your knees and ankles together, and sit on your heels. Bend forward, interlace your hands behind your back, and put your forehead near your knees. Bring the top of your head to the floor. Inhale, lift your hips, raise your hands, and roll to the back of your head. Look at your belly button. Put pressure at your throat and stretch the back of your neck. Exhale, back to child's pose. Put your forehead down, relax your shoulders, and breathe. Round 2 Yoga Mudra, interlace your hands behind your back, put your forehead near your knees, and put the top of your head on the floor. Lift your hips, lift your hands, roll to the back of your neck. Raise your hands, stretch your neck, breathe. Exhale, lower your hips, put your forehead down, relax. Inhale and come up to sit. So we're going to practice salamba, sarvangasana, supported shoulder stand. I'm going to show it first without the blankets, and then I'll show it a second time with the blankets. In addition, if you have difficulty getting your legs up in the air, you can always come near a wall. If you have blocks, let me show that one first. So I'll show the easiest with the blocks, and then we'll increase with difficulty from there. So the first variation is to use a block or blocks under your hips. This is going to get your legs up in the air and provide a bit of the inversion effect, but it will put less stress at your neck. So lay on your back first, and lift your hips, slide the blocks behind your hips. Wiggle your shoulders under your body and get some pressure at your throat. Turn the palms of your hands up and bring your knees in. Keep pressing outer shoulder to the mat, raise your legs. So this will be the most accessible without using the wall. I've got the inversion effect with my legs in the air and a gentle pressure at my throat.
So this is a lovely place to practice. Even if you do have sarvangasana in your personal practice, this can be one that's pretty relaxing. Exhale, knees to chest and feet to the floor. Lift your hips and remove the blocks. Rest on your back a moment. So you can keep working with that variation. The next variation I'm going to show is without the blankets. And so if you don't have the blankets, it's better to do a little bit less. Your neck is sensitive, and so many of us have neck injuries. We often hold a lot of stress and tension in our necks. So really pay attention to who you are and where your body's at the moment, and respect your boundaries. Okay. So, second variation, I'll have my hands palms down on the mat, and I'm going to bring my knees to my chest. From here, raise your legs to the back and your hips up, and then hold the back of your hips. Rest your hips in your hands and raise your legs. So you can see that my feet are not above my hips, and my hips are not above my shoulders. This is what's making this posture more accessible. You can take it a little higher. Squeeze through your legs, squeeze your butt. Press your shoulders to the floor. No neck pain. Once you're in this shape, don't turn your head. Look at your toes and press your outer shoulder to the mat. To come out, bend your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Slowly take your back to the mat. Rest and breathe here a moment.
So, for salamba sarvangasana, if you have the blankets. The blanket setup is pretty precise, and if you've practiced salamba sarvangasana with me in class, you'll know that I'm really OCD about the blankets. I miss you guys. I miss teaching to real people. When I teach to the people who are in the room, so teaching online has become really interesting because I don't know who the people in the room are. So it's a bit more generalized practice than what I would normally offer. Okay, so with your blankets, you want the folded edge, the closed edge, where your head's going to go. So the closed edge at the end of the mat. And I'm going to stack my two blankets like that. And I want to make sure that the edges line up really nice and that there's no lumps or bumps. Very nice folding. Then take the bottom edge of the mat and put it on top. This is going to provide a little bit of traction for your shoulders. Again, in a shoulder stand, your foundation, what's supporting the whole posture, are your shoulders. So I want to make sure that I've got a nice support from the shoulders here. Few things to remember as you come into it. Keep your shoulders on the blanket. Don't turn your head. So if you've been in class with me for this, you've heard me repeat that over and over. Shoulders on the blanket, don't turn your head. So I'm going to lay down and I want to get my shoulders on the blanket. I'm going to keep a little bit, maybe a couple centimeters of space between my shoulders and the blanket edge so that as I come up, my shoulders don't roll off the blanket. What I want is that my neck is free of the blanket. I don't know if you can see my fingers pointing out here. So what this is doing, the blanket, is protecting my neck from going into extreme flexion that might be dangerous for me. It doesn't mean that everybody has to use the blanket, but what I see is the majority of people would have a safer shoulder stand with some support. So again, shoulders on the blanket, necks free. With your hands by your hips, bring your knees to your chest and take your feet up and over into a posture called halasana. Wiggle your shoulders closer and take your hands to your upper back.
This time, point your fingers towards your bottom and bring your elbows closer. Again, make sure your shoulders are on the blanket and your neck is free. From here, knees to chest, heels to butt. Heels to butt, knees to the ceiling. And from here, I'm going to work my hands up my back more. Now squeeze your butt. I'm looking to get this time shoulders, hips, knees aligned. Hold this shape. Look at the hip creases, and if you have wrinkles at your hip creases, squeeze your butt and open up the front of your thighs. Now squeeze your legs straight. And I'm looking to reach ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, one arm. And my guess is my shoulders, my hips aren't quite over my shoulders, but due to the limitation of my neck, this is about as far as safe for me today. Squeeze your butt, reach up through your toes. Shoulder stand requires a lot of strength. Press your outer shoulder to the mat, reach up into your toes. Breathe. To come out, heels to butt, knees to chest, hands to the mat, and slowly, slowly, slowly bring your back down. Stretch your legs out and bring your elbows to the mat. We're going to go to Matsyasana, or fish pose. And we'll do a little bit gentler, more modified variation of this. So you're going to put the top of your head to the floor. Again, if you've got a neck problem, you've got to be really mindful about what you're doing. Press into your elbows, lift onto the top of your head.
Lift your chin. Now stretch your throat. Press into your shoulders. Lift your chest. Lift your chin. Exhale.
Put the back of your head on the floor. Turn to your right side, come on up to sit. And then undo your blanket mat setup here. With your feet out in front, we'll do Bharadvajasana. Swing your feet to the left and put your left ankle in the arch of your right foot, then widen your knees. Scoot your bottom to the back. So I often teach Bharadvajasana, and I typically teach it without the bind, as I see that a lot of people struggle to get the bind, and this is a really lovely twist that shouldn't be eliminated just from that. So today I'll teach it with the bind, but you're welcome to just practice hand to knee and hand behind. So for the bind, take your right arm forward, turn your right arm in, reach your right arm behind your back for your left bicep. Take the back of your left hand under your right thigh and turn your chest to the right. Turn your chest right and look right. Now turn your head to the left. Take your chest right, look left. Breathe. Inhale and unwind. With your feet to the front, swing your feet to the right and put your left ankle in your right arch. Sorry, your right ankle in your left arch. Ooh, twist up your brain. Move your butt back. Again, modify, right hand, left thigh, left hand behind. To practice the bind, take your left arm forward, turn your left arm in, reach behind your back for your right bicep. Take the back of your right hand under your left thigh and turn your chest left. Turn your chest left and now turn your head, look over your right shoulder and breathe. Inhale, release the twist. Just sitting it in Sukhasana. Put your hands on your knees, lift and broaden your chest, and then very slowly turn your head, look over your right shoulder, just slow and gently. You want to relax any tension that might have been created by shoulder stand. Bring your head to center, and really slowly turn, look over your left shoulder. Slowly bring your head to center. Inhale and look up, lift your chin. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly. Look down, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, raise your chin, look up. Keep your eyes and jaw soft, move slow. Exhale, chin to chest, look down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift your chin, slowly look up. Exhale, drop your chin, slowly look down. And bring your head to neutral. And then come to your back for Shavasana. Again, if your lower back hurts when you're laying on the floor, you can always put the blankets behind your knees. So from here, coming onto your back, let your feet flop out. Turn the palms of your hands up and rest the backs of your hands to the floor. Wiggle and adjust a bit. Close your eyes and get heavy and soft. Take a quick scan through your body, and if you've got tension, stress, hard, contracted energy anywhere, extend your exhale and breathe that out. Now relax here until you hear my voice again. If you would like to stay longer in relaxation, pause the video now. If you're ready to transition out of the practice, turn to your right side and slowly bring yourself up to sit.
Once you're seated, close your eyes again and return to Apana Mudra, the gesture we started practice with. So touch your middle and ring fingers to the tips of your thumbs and extend your first and little finger. Place the back of your hands to your knees and apply gentle pressure between your thumbs and fingers. Now focus on slow exhales. And let the leftover remains of tension and stress move down and out. And breathe in. Slow exhale down and out. Take one more cycle here. And then relax your hands. And take your awareness now to your heart. And dedicate your practice. May your practice bring peace and serenity to your personal life. May your practice bring peace to the people around you. Use your practice to generate and share the energy of peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you exhale, drop your chin and then inhale to open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you in person one day very soon, and until then I hope to see you here again online.